In 2024, less than half of Americans included a married couple. This statistic hasn't been seen before in more than 75 years. This topic affects many from all different backgrounds and cultures because marriage and divorce influences everything from economic stability, family structure, and everyday life. The information I'm going to present is research from USA Facts, Institute for Family Studies, WF Lawyers Statistics, and Pew Research Center, all of which provided statistical information on family and marital patterns. Marriage rates in the U.S. are declining. Many people either marry at old ages or none at all. Divorce still remains significant when discussing family dynamics, when comparing and correlating it to age, education, and other factors. This speech will provide information over change in marriage rates, patterns in divorce, and its influence, and how education and age correlate with marriage trends. Marriage trends in the U.S. have changed over time. Less Americans are married today compared to older generations. In 2024, a study called The State of Relationships, Marriage and Living Alone in the U.S. by USA Facts stated that only 47.1% of U.S. homes included a married couple. The median age of marriage has risen. In 2024, the same study by USA Facts showed that the median age was about 30.2 years for men and 28.6 years for women. With marriage now occurring later in life and less commonly, divorce rates are also important to look into over how family dynamics are changing. Divorce itself is impactful of the family structure, with lots of demographic patterns to study. According to WF Lawyers in their report, Divorce Statistics and Facts, roughly 1/3 of Americans experience divorce at some point in their life, showing how common this event is becoming. Divorce rates all vary based on demographic patterns. An example of this would be how couples with a bachelor's degree are less likely to get a divorce than those without further high school education. The age of marriage and education level affects both marriage and divorce. This leads to broader household patterns. Age and education both correlate with marital outcomes, including a stable marriage or divorce. Many young adults today are less likely to marry early or may not marry at all. According to Article 1 and 3, a record share of young adults will never marry by researcher Lyman Stone from the Institute for Family Studies, nearly 1/3 of adults are projected to remain unmarried by the age of 45, showing how big this culture shift really is. Education also affects marriage timing and divorce trends. Research discussed by Lyman Stone of the Institute of Family Research Studies shows that individuals with higher levels of education often marry later but experience lower divorce rates, while those with lower education levels are statistically more likely to marry early and divorce more frequently. Current data shows that marriage in the U.S. is less common than in past generations. Divorce affects many married adults, and patterns of marriage and divorce typically relate back to education and age. Marriage rates have declined and the median marriage age rates have gone higher. Divorce remains prevalent and varies depending on the demographic. Age and further education levels are also correlated with both marriage timing and divorce likelihood. These shifts in American household statistic realities provided by the government and research institutions show how these changes over time shape how households are in the U.S.